Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 yo, go, go, go. Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, or the highway. And in the driveway is a nice range. Cause I grind through the climb, I invite pain. You'll never hear me, bitch, nah, I don't complain. Just gotta flip the switch and you can go and obtain anything you want, anything you need. Your mind's got the key ingredient, it's belief. They deceive with the negativity, but I just slide right by that energy. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go. You got a mind, but even that could change. You could flip the gray matter like some batter in your brain. That's why they say, fake it till you make it A. And if you play that game, then you just might make a change. Rearrange all the bad to okay. Take the worst thoughts saying, turn them to a game. Take the best thoughts saying, put them on display. On repeat in your brain till you're feeling no more pain. Never slow yourself down, you can do some more. Push past all the pain and you'll find a door. Open it up and finally explore everything that you thought you could never do before. And even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go.
Hey guys, what's up? Hey, M to the B. Hold on. Go ahead and put my back on it. Not feeling too hot today, guys. All right. What is going on? Oh, okay, I know what's going on. Hold on, guys. Okay. Oh, no, nothing's wrong. Kimmy, oh, by the way, I'm really sorry. I kind of embarrassed her. I need to get another room just for the mods and stuff like that. And I understand because of last night, if somebody doesn't want a mod, that's fine. And so I have a couple things that I need to say because listening to George's live and walking a mile today with Mia, you know, it kind of just gave me hope. Said something really shitty last night. Was not directed at a person, but I said something shitty. And I have somebody that went to boarding school because of it. And I'm going to take accountability. There was absolutely no reason for me to say it. I'm very sorry. That's not something that comes loosely off my lips, and it will not be said again. So if somebody wants to IG me and ask me about it, I will tell you. Hey, Flooring Queen. I've pretty much given out my whole life. I've been doxxed fully, partly my fault. A lot of it not my fault. And I do believe that I have been and being cyberbullied. And for years, when I did want to seek an order of protection, I was scared to, because I knew if I did that, then that would be when the mass calls and stuff started. And I don't know why I allowed this person to get so comfortable coming after me, but I would really appreciate, I don't know how many more names or whatever. So, I mean, if you have to bring her up as said person, but I am not going to repeat what I did last night. I think I showed you guys enough. And I think over the last couple of years, and since I've gotten back, that you guys understand that this is something that has gotten out of hand on her part. Now, I have responded, absolutely, but I have not done not even a fourth of what she has done to me for years. And I truly, truly believe that, and that she wanted me to have a nervous breakdown again, which that's not going to happen because I'm on medication and stuff like that. And I'm doing good. And nobody has the right to dictate somebody that's had mental health issues and came from an abusive household. And I know I've hurt a lot of people. I've listened to my own lives. Nobody judges me more than myself. And I'm not going to be scared anymore because people have looked up when I got in trouble and what my provisions are, because you have no idea. You only see what's on the clerk of courts. Now, again, the public records, you can get stuff like that. I've never pulled a FOIA. I've never done anything like that. To me, it's just, and to be honest with you, before I came to the internet and before I met Clint, I lived a relatively boring life. I did. And I'm not trying to make anybody feel bad, but I saw things as a kid that I never should have seen. And I've made peace with my stepmother. I really have. And I'm not big on the stepmothers. I don't like people like that because they try to invade on your life. I don't appreciate my kids being talked about. You have no idea what they feel, how they are. They're very angry, but it's not your right, because you know what? They didn't come out of you. They came out of me. And it's not anybody's business about what the hell has happened in my life. And when I had that breakdown, you guys contacted people in my past, guys that I had never even been with. And to this day, I don't even know who Camden is, but the only person I could think of that she would know is a guy that I was with prior to somebody that she knew. Do you guys really think that I knew what was going on? You guys really think that I remember getting 5 million orders, dancing, thinking my shit didn't sting? I never was fixed. So I genuinely thought that I was pregnant because when I took the test, it was a false negative. And I also thought that because when I went to jail and I was in public, I started bleeding really, really bad. I saw things happen to my little brother that you guys would never imagine, things that I never talked about with anybody but my close friends. I'm sorry for what I said last night. I should have known better. But one thing that I've learned about narcissists and narcissism is the best way to deal with that for anybody that's ever called me a narcissist. I'm not, because I cry. I don't do fake tears. Never have, never will. You have no idea what it's like to starve, to be in an apartment, Missy, with cockroaches in it. Happen to eat frickin' spaghetti. And I had my friend come in whose father took me to my grandmother. You have no idea what it was like when my mom and dad split up and he brought a woman into my frickin' home. And you know what? I was no better than my dad because I put Clint first in front of mine, and it was wrong because I wanted to save him. And what I didn't realize is I was neglecting my duties as a mother. So for anybody to sit there, first off, to know about everything in my life, unless I told y'all, to sit and judge me with the way you all live your lives, I have to tend to think that some of you are jealous. I can't. And you know, things like my crown falling out and stuff, now I've come to terms. It's like people are still going to talk. It doesn't matter who you are and whatever. So today I was going to feel sorry for myself and lay in bed, and I was crying, and I hit up Ann. I talked to Miss Brenda. The people that were involved, I've made peace with Cooch. I have, because I don't give a shit, but Cooch lives by herself. And somebody went by her home. I don't know who the hell it was. No, I'm just talking about people I went to school with. And her. You have no idea what the hell I went through. You have no idea. And my friend came in here that I've known for 25 years and confirmed everything. And I had a hate channel done about me. And I do take accountability. I was very abusive with Clint. The way that I was abused as a child. And I took negative things that happened to me and carried it on with Clinton and people in my life prior to meeting him. And so for anybody to sit there and act like you know who my family is or what they feel, shame on you. I don't know about your family. I don't care to know about your family, but I will tell you this. When I talk to Brenda, I know her family. I haven't met them, but I know them. I joke with her husband, who wasn't on a sex line. I've known Brenda for 5 years. I've known Sylvia for 5 years. Hey, slurring queen. That's who I am. That's what I want you guys to know about me. So until you lived my life or walked in my shoes, you don't know shit about me other than what I've divulged and what you guys have looked into. And it's the same people. I don't have to put up with this. And I like who I like. And I'm tired of being dictated who I can and can't talk to. The best way to deal with a narcissist is to ice them out. I'm very happy for Ann and Dreamy. I shouldn't have said what I said last night because I knew that it would upset Dreamy, and I maybe would never talk to her or she wouldn't talk to me. And if she was hurt by me, 100% get it. But I'm going to tell you this. There are people that talk to me, and I can tell y'all are cool with other people. Don't ask me about my mental health. You're not a licensed anything. You don't know nothing about me. So what's happening? I said a word that I shouldn't have said. I said the R word, and what I said directly is I was covering her, said person, and what I said is something that they had said was the R word, and then I corrected it. You know, I shouldn't have said that. I had an adopted brother that went to a school, and I fucked up. This isn't something that I say loosely to the person in Reddit who is from the 90-day community and has said horrible things about my mothering. So Maria reached out to me yesterday, and we are not cool at all. We will not ever be cool, but I can be fair. I don't know anything about the accounts, but what I do know is there's an account that is going around that says Benny, that happens to be the name Benny's Disappointment. I have no other sock accounts coming in but her in and Amcy. So, I made all the appropriate calls that I have to make today to give them a heads up about these people. Some of them I've showed the channels even over the years and stuff like that. I know how George feels when you say that you're embarrassed because it's embarrassing. I didn't realize whenever, like when I would go pick up medication from a pharmacy, that somebody would be listening to what her name was and then make a sock account of it. I've never had this woman's family in my room, never any step parents, never anything like that. And you guys mocked the shit out of me when I was sick. A lot of you did. Am I a victim? No. And I'll take accountability for what I deserve to be taken accountability for. But the other shit, no. There were too many of you. There were way too many of you. You disrespected animal control. You disrespected the police. You disrespected my family, reaching out to them, reaching out to everybody in my life that could not stand me. So everything other than what I said last night, which was horrible, and I really fucked up, but it's not something I say loosely. I did talk to Julie today. I put the post up and Julie said, you know, it sounds a little insensitive. And I understood that. It's really hard to take criticism. And it was right. I was kind of making, I wouldn't say an excuse, but kind of, this is why I did it. And what she was right is I was wrong. And then I reposted it, you know, to let people know, because at the end of the day, I am a human being, but I would understand if certain people didn't want to talk to me. And so Julie told me, you know, it just seems insensitive. And so I changed it. And then I said, hey, Julie, can you take a look at it? And she said, yes. I know a lot of you guys don't like Julie, but I've known Julie for a very long time. And I think Julie's done some stupid shit. I will say that. But I know when I was insane, I was calling her a lot. And I actually know Julie's husband. And they knew I was sick. And they made jokes about it, which is good. I'd rather them make jokes about it than attack me because of it. Hey, Christoph. Somebody went to my gas station. At the time, I was talking to Paul. So Paul can verify that. And that's when I modded for SoFlo. Absolutely. Absolutely. And that will never happen again. Ever. Ever. I was very, very manic at the time. I made a very bad judgment call. Clint and I were still fighting, not physically or anything like that, but we were still fighting and stuff. I was still really pissed off. He came to, you know, Clint really did some stupid shit too. And Clint knows not to talk to people and make up shit when I don't have shit that I'm not doing. But I do believe that some of you guys are aware of what. Ron? Hello. Yes. What, please? Oh, okay. Yes, ma'am. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Westchester. Yes, ma'am. I have an appointment. They made one, so this is for physical therapy. Okay. Thank you.
Is your interest Molina Healthcare?
Yes, ma'am.
Molina Healthcare, and it's the Medicaid.
Yes, ma'am.
Got it. Is there a day of the week or time of day that's best to make your appointment?
No, it's fine. Just afternoon. You okay, baby?
Yeah, I think so. Go on.
Bye. I had to get my physical therapy set up because my L5, whatever the hell that is messed up. So I'm on steroids and doing my thing. So I grew up using the same word, but nothing, and I mean nothing, changes your vocabulary as fast as the diagnosis of your family member. I appreciate you taking accountability so fast, Shem. It wasn't okay. I hit Ann up and I hit George up. I had a brother that was in a school, and I should not have said it. And Clint said, Clint listens to Casey Kasem. And I mean, here's the thing. I shouldn't have even said it, even though it's a word. I shouldn't have said it. But Clint, you know. So anyway, I wanted to let you know. So when I got out, I had made some calls and stuff like that because I was still manic as hell. I was still really messed up over what had happened. And I did have a breakdown. I read my progress report, which I shouldn't. It's nobody's business. And I think if my therapist thinks I'm doing okay, and my psychiatrist thinks that I'm doing okay, and my man thinks that I'm doing okay, and one of my loved ones that comes in and thinks that I'm doing okay, and they're happy with watching me cook and do things, it's not anybody else's business. So don't worry about my family. Nobody should be having anything to do with my family because I don't have anything to do with yours. And I am responding, but I am not bullying her. So when you showed my home and Clint made a call, so basically I hate to say this, but what your dude was into, just giving them just enough to go out and do what they did. And in essence, that's what you do to people, like saying, making comments about Marley or you know, things about Clint or talking about my provisions because you're looking up my clerk of courts or because you're pulling FOIAs and getting it to the point that people don't feel comfortable calling our police because you pull that. And yes, it is public record. However, what you do with it is what may get you in trouble. I don't pull FOIAs. I don't do that shit. So somebody went to my gas station. Somebody had given out information and we're told to call in and do stuff like that. And it wasn't cool. I had a lot of respect for that person, and you have no idea where I'm at in any of it. But please let me tell you, they're very, very happy with my progress. And I'm going to keep it 100. So I went to a family doctor for the longest time, and I was prescribed medication, benzos, which you guys know that. And I was on lithium. So because of it, I had, you know, kidney issues. Well, when I went to jail, you don't get the type of medication that you took before. You don't get that. So when I got out, I started taking Boost Bar because I didn't want to have to deal with taking Valium and stuff like that. I didn't realize that the lithium just made me not feel. And the benzos were just something that covered it up. So for anybody to sit and talk about what the hell I take, especially when I was cool with you prior, that's not your business. It's not. But what you do is you give out just a little bit of information, and then whoever makes the call, you sit back and you're like, hey, I didn't have anything to do with it. That's not a good person. That's not a friend. Do I think they're dangerous? I think that they're capable of doing things or having other people do their work. That's what I think. And I have the right to feel any way that I do. I shouldn't have to pay for security. I shouldn't have to worry about at nights leaving lights on and stuff like that. I shouldn't have to talk to my neighbors and explain to them the people that were online. I shouldn't have to do that. I shouldn't. I shouldn't have to be worried. I went into work with Clint. Again, it's not my mental health. It's a general safety. It's a safety issue. And then you're talking about Clinton's job. Why is that your business? What is it your business? Do you know how much I worry when he goes into work? Because Clint's common sense is not that great, in my opinion. You know how much I get worried because people have gone real life and have went to our gas station and know what our house looks like and knows our address, that I don't get worried because you're sitting there talking about Clint and his schedule. Not only is it creepy, but I tell Clint all the time, I'm like, Clint, just go in the car, go right in. Tell your boss about what's going on. And that's sad. Nobody should have to live like that. I shouldn't have to worry about what you people think about Marley because she's got wavy fucking hair and it was a light issue. How dare you judge me? How dare you? You have no idea how much pet insurance cost me a month, how much antibiotics cost me a month. You have no idea, but you want to say things because then people have the grounds to sit and do the shit that happened when I wasn't well. No, it wasn't good for me before. I was absolutely addicted to fighting people back. And because I had lost my parents, and yes, I'm going to say, because when I lost my mom and dad, I really went off the rail and a lot of people fucking enjoyed it. A lot of you enjoyed it. So, still going to clean. I am going to start covering crime. I've been going into somebody's room, paying attention to the Karen Reed trial and stuff like that. It's sad that somebody has to live like that I have to worry about when I take Mia out and walk her because people went to my gas station. And Paul was on my IG with me, and he can verify it. We're not talking anymore, but he can verify that. 2 people went to my gas station and called me and Clint crackheads. And I know the gas station lady because I'm a talkable person. I talk to everybody. How would you guys like it if I went out with your man? Or when me and Clint broke up, how would you guys like it? Yeah, I'm good. How would you like it if I wasn't doing well and I went and tried to go into your home and clean it? How would you like that, ma'am? And then we talk about it when I get out, and now you're calling me Benny again. Well, that's okay. But those are the people that I consider real life. And when I got out, I was so scared, and I would talk to people and just be like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. And that's what narcissists do. They want to be validated by saying, hey, it's okay, but not feel like that they should say it back. And people like that are shit people, in my opinion, because I care too much about what people think. I won't be going to Reddit anymore because you people are freaking weird. Whoever what is it? The Kelly account or something like that. I go to your past stuff. You're talking shit about me, talking shit about George. So when anybody says that we're the minority or you're the minority, we're the minority. And George didn't deserve that. If somebody said that I lived in a basement with my mom, I would be very concerned about my mom. Not making fun of somebody that has went to college as I have. I would be very, very concerned, just like me and Clint. So what I am going to do is I'm going to get the pictures blurred of the house. It does cost a lot of money to find out how many sites and everything like that. So when George says classmates.com, that they can get into that, absolutely they can. And that's something that I don't know how contacting them or what I'm going to do, but between Clint and I and his parents, and God knows people in my family, I don't know what the hell's been pulled on me. And then Clint doxed my social security when we were fucking around. So I'm fully doxed. And I have the right to feel safe. So when and if, I'll say, you know what? I don't need to speak about them either. I just don't want them to speak about me. You see how easy that is? And Ohio doesn't play around about that. They don't. I don't appreciate my court paperwork being given out. And I definitely don't appreciate anybody that reached out to my family. And you went after me prior to me going to jail. And because I didn't do what you wanted me to do, you were going after me again. And you people own it because you leave everything up. But here's the good thing about it. I got a membership, which you know, you put it up there. And I was able to go through all the videos and take out clips of everything that I needed. I never huffed a balloon. That is slandering me. I am not on the medication that you are alleging me. That is a lie. Marley is doing great. So if whatever comes to it, I have my vet records. I take screenshots of everything. People are giving me things from 4 years ago to show that this has been going on for 4 years, not 8 months. So people are coming forth. Back to the thing with, and George has every right to. And unless you pay for my college fee, my college stuff, are you kidding me? I went to college for 4 freaking years. And you guys just believe what you want. And you know what I realize? I don't owe any of you guys a thing. I don't. And I don't have to put up with it anymore. So if you want to call me arrogant, you want to call me cocky, you want to talk about my freaking teeth or my crowns coming out and stuff like that, that's on you. But you don't pay my dentist bill. You don't pay my freaking anything. You don't pay the freaking surgeries that I had to get for Chloe. You don't pay none of that shit. So don't worry about it. The reason I said the level stuff, you idiot, is because it was my tone of how it was speaking. So when you pass people's information on to somebody else that I'm not familiar with in the community, I don't need you passing my information to somebody like that. It became a safety issue when you doxed my home. It became a safety issue when you freaking look up stuff. It became a safety issue because Clint's busting his ass to take care of both of us. He's mowing the lawn right now. What are half of you guys doing? Sitting in your bad decisions because Benny went live and we got to go look at it. So thank you. And Savage, again, because it keeps getting brought up and this is the end of it. Savage lost her job because of Jen. And I'm paying her back. Maybe not as much because you guys think everything gets handed to us. Again, I think, honestly, you guys just think that Allison Kendall handed everything over. No, we actually had to measure a door and we got to pay for it. I don't get the luxury of renting. I don't get the luxury to buy from the dispensary and stuff like that because, one, I don't do that. But number two, I don't get that luxury. I don't have other people paying my bills. I don't have people super chatting me a shit ton of stuff. When I get super chatted, it goes to the Dollar Tree. I kept getting ragged on about these stupid baskets. And it's sad. What I really would have liked is for you guys to meet this woman and they were looking forward to it. And you guys are saying, I expect to see all 16 baskets. Well, screw you. I stayed up all night. And you know what? I felt great doing it because holidays are not fun. They're not. So quit talking about my family like you know how they feel. And please understand there was a lot of manipulation. So if anybody is speaking to anybody, shame on you. I cannot get a job right now because I'm in stage 4 kidney disease. So this is kind of a job, but I want to get back to doing like normal stuff. I do like to do not community service, but Amber had told me about dog walking and stuff like that. And I, just want to be comfortable in going out, because people do know where I live. And you don't know how this world is today. It really brings it home when somebody talked about a person that's still missing and stuff like that. I don't want anything to ever happen to me because this shit happens all over the world. So I told Clint, I said, oh my God, I'm not going live, and he scolded me. He really jumped on my ass about making that comment. And I deserved it, 100%. And I was like, oh, I'm just going to go back to bed and, whatever with Mia. And then I was like, you know what? No, I'm not going to go back to bed. I had therapy today. If you think I'm not 100%, bet you I am. Progress reports don't get given to people if you're not doing what you should do. I can tell you that. And I don't think any of you, most of you, could do as much time as I did. Pretty much bet that you can't. But I'm sure you guys want to see me fail. That's fine, because now I've looked at it like this. The more that you want to see me fail, the more that you go after me, I'm going to pick myself up. I'm going to do exactly opposite. That's what I'm going to do. And I am not a victim, but I was bullied. And you know why people like me? You know how many people have said that they have a soft spot in their heart for me? Is because people know I care. And that's who I am. And I have to think that some of you don't like that. And that's not my problem. I don't have to put on 10 pounds of makeup to act like I'm somebody that I'm not. I'm just Jen. Just like you're just Joke, in my opinion. So that's that. And I am going to rise. Just like a damn phoenix. I'm not going to be Jen of Arc, but I'm going to rise like a damn phoenix. I'm not going to sit and worry about my aneurysm and all that stuff. I'm going to take care of myself, which has been told for me to do. So you know what I did today? I went out and I walked my ass off with Mia. And you do know where Chloe is. I don't want to have to take it to the point that I do, but I have spoken to somebody, and anything over 1,000. And believe you me, whoever, how she was placed, I'm not pissed about that. But there are people that know. And I hope to God that she is not out of state or wasn't out of state, because that would be a little more expensive for me, because I am still paying for Chloe's vet bills, and it's over $1,000. And unfortunately, she's considered property. I never signed anything about fostering. And Mia was posted on Facebook. So it was saying a foster situation. So I have no doubt in my mind that Chloe wasn't just handed over as a foster, here, just go ahead and take her. I was told she was in the pound. I called every single fucking pound. When I talked to get Mia and Chloe's medical records, which I have them all. Even the vet said, because they've always seen Chloe since she was a baby. Where is she? Called where I had her registered. You guys know that because animal control is there, and I paid $167. I will find out what happened to her. Best believe I will. I have had Chloe all these years, and just for anybody to sit there and relish in it. I will find out. Promise. I miss her every single day, and I have the right to, because I was her mom. And whoever had her or has, you would never get the bond within 53 days that I had with her for 53 months or more than that. You have no idea what you've done to my family and what you've done to my animals What you have done to my friends, you guys will never know. But what I'm going to take accountability for is I'm very, very sorry, even to people that were assholes, because I did bully. You're damn right I did bully, and I said a lot of horrible stuff. But I can say that I'm sorry. And I'm in a different place than I used to be. And I'm going to share my story with everybody. The calls that I've made because of the stuff like the FOIA, not the FOIA, well, my arrest and everything that you were nice enough to show, very, very much made Clint feel some sort of way. I have that right to, because when I got out, I wasn't able to contact until I got that one modified. How about that? So whoever she was placed with, I have every right to know how she is. Not even just because she's family. I mean, Vince even told me, God, if I would have known, I would have taken her with Mia. The other person said, God, I wish I would have just kept her. Brandy doesn't even know where she is. And I have the right to know where she is. So unless somebody wants to come forth and pay me what I'm paying on right now, which is her medical bills, they were thousands of dollars. I have the right to know if Chloe's still taking her medication. I still have it. And I don't know why I was so scared to go forth and do anything about it, because it was like, God, what are these people going to do to me? Are they going to mass call again? They're going to do this shit again? And I was just so fucking scared, and rightfully so. I had that right. I'm tired of making phone calls and saying, yeah, this channel and this channel. I am paying for Chloe's medical records. Absolutely. Still. $2,500 and some change. I don't care about the wellness plans. I don't care about that. And I was told to do what I need to do to feel safe. And that's what I have the right to do. So for anybody that says, oh, they specifically don't want you online. Well, how the fuck would you know that unless you're talking to somebody? So, yeah, her medical records are $2,500 still. I'm still paying on that, just like I'm paying for my college stuff still. So again, I don't just get everything handed to me. We don't get shit handed to us anymore. And the only reason I could think that people still talk about it is because you're jealous. And, everybody could have the life that Clint and I do. Just got to want it. And I think that Clint and I have a very good love story. We're just like everybody else. And I lost my way. And I lost my mind making the internet more of a priority. And that's not how I live anymore. I have a right to show who I am, to tell my story to anybody that'll listen. And everybody else has the right. There are tons of people that deal with mental health issues. There are tons of people that I've talked to, people that went after me. I never gave out your big secrets or anything. I never told about who docs who that you may be friends with. I never told shit. And that's why I keep my phone. It's not about living in the past. It's not. It's about, I don't know what it's about. So, thank you. So Maria told me about the account. It's called Benny's Disappointment. She's been blocking them. William, it's getting to the point that you're harassing me, William. That Nazi guy coming in and stuff like that. And you're never going to quit drinking. You're never going to do whatever. You're no better than me. You have to do your legal shit too. And you want to talk about Clint taking some hamburger, but you took a chicken. Just saying. So for whatever you say, I'm going to whatever back. But hey, Frank's Castle. So again, I put a dent in my credit card, but it was worth it. And if anybody contacts Clint, believe you me, I will know. Do not take advantage of my family being upset with me. Is there anything else to say? Because I'm going to clean today. Anybody wants to give me some? Oh, I do want to apologize to Queen of O'Hara. I was very disrespectful to her. So if she happens to see this, I noticed when I was looking at my Facebook stuff, she was sending me so many good things about the Dollar Tree and stuff. Lainey Lynn, I want to apologize to her. I think that a lot of people throughout the years have definitely tried to help me and stuff like that. And because I was so self-centered, I didn't realize how many people I'd never got back to. And people, even my mods and stuff like that, they know my birthday like it's a freaking holiday. And I wish you guys had the friendships that I have. And there's people online that are my best freaking friends. And that's what I need. I need people to back me up the way that I would back you up. And that's it. Friendship don't cost anything. So that's that. Oh, this stuff smells so good. If you guys go to the Dollar Tree, they have a new smell. It's watermelon. So anyhow, I don't think that I have anything else that I need to talk about. Savage, you hit me up all the time and say, that was one thing about you that I love, Savage, is whenever I would call her, dude, oh my God, we had the best freaking time. I was such a fucking asshole to you, and I'm going to pay every bit of it back. And I do want to let people know, whoever comes forth about Chloe, Clint and I are going to give a reward. And since everybody is money motivated, that should pique somebody to come forth and do what's right. And again, I said, I hope to God Chloe isn't out of state. And I can travel, believe you me. It was not fair what happened to her. And it was a foster situation. Foster means temporary. I would know this because I was in the foster care system. I wouldn't keep your animals. You should not keep mine. And Chloe is very well loved, and she deserves to come back home. So just think about that. Just like you said last night, it's like losing a family member. And I have the right to know if she's alive or if she's not. And if she isn't, I hope to God you did the right thing. Vince took Mary, our big dog, and he had to put her because she was sick. And you know what? He brought me a little paw print. That's the dignified thing to do. So Clint and I are offering a reward if you can come forth about it. It does cost money to find out how many sites have gone you. I don't know how this ICP and all that dark internet or interwebs, as Marie says, I don't know how any of that works. And it's very, very scary. So protect yourself for sure. Protect yourself. I'm really going to get in on the memberships. I'm going to start. I need to learn how. I don't even know how to do a members only live. I don't know nothing about that. I know that I'm going to be doing sleepovers and stuff like that. I'm not going to be as rowdy as Marie and stuff like that, but I would like people to come in. I just don't want to be scared anymore and worry about things that happened when I first got out. And I don't want to be nice to people and kiss their ass. when you did some funky ass bullshit and you guys are still backing it up. So go ahead and put whatever up. That just reflects of who you were because you're making fun of somebody that was not well. I lost my dog last week. Someone found her and brought her to the vet. Thankfully, she was microchipped. I was frantic looking for her, just like you were with Liberty. And that's why I said narcissistic people, I feel like they're dangerous. I think they're a danger to society. I think that they're a danger to their self. I think they're a danger to their family because they don't care. And the only way that you can deal with the narcissist is to ignore them because then they don't get the validation for getting people to do things. Just like I was told to get iced out. And guess what? It hurt me. It hurt me so much. I'm glad that you got your fur baby back. And I have the right to find out what happened to Chloe. Absolutely. I have the right. Like I said, 53 days has not even one whatever. I don't even know if she's been to the vet. But I do know that narcissists love money. So that should pique a little bit of an interest. And I am saying this because I do believe what somebody said in the chat, and it's not going to be me, but there is going to be someone that you are going to push. It is horrible. It is horrible. It's one thing that you can't talk to your own, but it's another one when you fucking look at Mia, who went through it. But at least I got her back. I had to throw Chloe's clothes away because her scent was on them, and Mia almost knit me. I have her stocking. Her vet bills. Yeah, let's do something for your birthday. Her clothes. Her matching pajamas. Tisda wanted to take her. Somebody out of state wanted to take her, and thank God they realized that I was a mom to her, and they did not want to take her from me. But people were offering to take her. And I think at the time there was a lot of hurt, but I do know that that person made the best decision that they could make. I couldn't even imagine. To just do the right thing. And you won't do the right thing. But money might make you. And stay the hell away from my family. So I'm going to take the route that George is taking. And that's what I'm going to do. So don't say that I didn't tell you, because people that get cyberbullied, they do get pushed to edges. Go to TikTok, look at the reaction videos. Mothers that are dealing with their children who are cyberbullied because the way they looked or something like that. Maybe some photos got leaked out. Kid goes home crying. 29. And then she unalives herself and her mother has to come in and see it. And then she is on TikTok and found a letter from her child 3 months later that she had left. So everything started to make sense. And guess what? That kid got in trouble, and every single person that had something to do with it got in trouble too. So please understand, nobody So I think maybe I'm going to make a list of all the people that got hurt. But and whoever's running the account for Maria's grandchild and has Benny on there, don't try to put it on me. I would never do anything like that. I have no access to Maria's family. I've never said anything bad about her family. You could ask her. Never have I, never would I. In fact, I ripped my mother's cathedral necklace off because apparently I thought Maria and her husband were having 5 million funerals. Again, I wasn't okay. So I'm going to clean today. I am actually going to buy a turkey because what I do is because I have to save the hell out of my money. I'm going to take the breast part of it, the dark meat, and I'm going to give it to the pups. And then I'm going to keep the white meat, the chicken breast. Let's make that whatever. And I freeze it. So if anybody, like I asked Miss Ann, because she cooks things and stuff like that, I said, hey, can you put up some recipes? Because she's only made one thing and I can't eat the melon stuff anymore. I'm really going to work on this. I think what's hard is, you know, the pop and the sweet stuff and whatever. If I have to make posters of Chloe, I will. I don't want to have to call whatever. I don't want to have to do all that. I don't want to. And this is something I should have done for years because this is something that you've done to me for years and you have proudly owned it and left it up on your channel. And thank you very much. So anyhow, oh my God, girl, if I drank a freaking Monster. So for people that say that they're sick, like Lindsay, you say that you're sick and everything, and I'm just going after a sick person, but you want to talk about my kidneys? Mm-hmm. But you know, here's the thing. What I also realized what was told to me is they're like, why are you putting your stuff out? Why are you reading this and that? Do you know these people? Have you shook their hands? Do you know anything about them? I was like, no, I just don't like to be lied on. So. And just don't live stream me, and then I won't have to strike your channel. So easy. I know that the way that people commentate off of me, if it's a certain amount of minutes or whatever, I got to look into that. I can strike you for that. I don't know how the bully policies are and stuff like that. That's all shit that I need to, you know, figure out. Subscribe to my Rumble. It's Hit 'em Up. Is it Hit 'em Up? Yeah, Hit 'em Up. Clark made it with me. 2023. We'll do some fun stuff over there. I can play music and not get struck for it. I don't want to have to commentate, but, and that's off anybody. So all I can do at the end of the day is do shit for myself. And you know what? It's pretty damn invigorating to get a confirmation because I paid a bill. And yeah, maybe it's a little late in life, but at least I'm doing it. And what I realize is people want to get a reaction out of me, and I got to be the bigger person and do it. So anyhow, what's everybody up to? We know Savage has a birthday. Do you have an Amazon wish list, or do you just want cash, Savage? Money talks. I see that you guys are liking the reaction videos, the couple videos and stuff like that. I also, you guys had said something about Ruski coming up. I've actually went into Ruski's chat. So if anybody knows him, send him on in here. I like paneling with him. I happen to do pretty well with people coming up. That's what I want to do. And at the end of the day, I'm going to do what I want to do. So I don't even know how to make one. Somebody told me to drop my Cash App, and I'm like, I don't even know my damn Cash App. Y'all still talking about my mom passing away and the money. I've done given the records to somebody else, and I have the receipts and everything, but it just doesn't matter. Like I said, a narcissist, they're going to believe what they want to believe. So we're going to read up on it one more time, because we're not just going to talk about narcissism. I actually have been looking in. And one thing I will say about this person, you have really educated me about stuff like human sex trafficking. It's not a dig towards a person. This is shit that goes on in real life. Real life. And we're going to be covering that. I've been looking into the Karen Marie case, Intergalactic, and I go over a lot of stuff like that. There is, what do you mean, what now? So anything that you guys want for me to do, just be on my ass about it. Ride my ass as much as you want, and I'll love it. Just leave my loved ones alone. What you doing, Sly? And leave Sly the hell alone, too. I've done messed up her life enough. She put a curse on me. She really did put a curse on me. You still got them long ass nails, Sly? Oh my God. The Sasquatch went live. And why wouldn't I expect anything else? Amzie, I will pray for you. I will pray for you. And I hope to God you're not live streaming me, because I will strike your channel. And I never tried to move with your hubby. Sly says link. All these people claim they got jobs and they're freaking online. Okay, PP was in here. No, what I have to do is I have to take a negative. And when people talk negative about me, you know, but if I'm being live streamed or anything like that, let me know and I will strike your channel. And then you will be down for 7 days if you're doing it. I'm going to be getting stuff copyrighted. You got my images up. I'm going to strike you for that too. Because I have every right to. Because I'm tired of my fucking videos being everywhere. When it's not your life, it's not your story. And they're circulating from 2.5 years ago. That's not who I am. And you guys are posting them to make a narrative to people that don't know me, and that's not okay. But you know what? At the end of the day, it's still going to go on until it's not allowed to go on, or maybe you push somebody to a point. But yeah. So head on over to Amzie's, where she can threaten you to eat glass, take out your whole family, come and visit you with the pizza, get a pew-pew. Head on over to Amzie. Give her the attention that she wants. That way she doesn't have to worry about just getting 3 views. Do you know that Amzie sent me a fucking a C&D for $100,000 when I was sick? Amzie is a trash heap.
Hey.
What you doing, sexy? I mean, Sly, Mrs. Sly.
Oh, minding my own business, living my life, and then I turn on YouTube on my phone to look for something. I scroll and I see you're live, and I was talking to somebody. Well, usually I talk to my besties, and all of a sudden I pop into yours and I hear we're being mentioned again.
Mm-mm. No, what I said was to leave you. Mm-mm.
Yeah, because, you know, don't fuck with me.
Okay.
And you, anybody, and I won't I won't use my religious beliefs and make your life a living hell because you all think that those that are fighting, you all don't realize it. I did it. That's why there's two individuals that are still fighting. Okay? So, former
Oh,
friends,
actually, I did
former
mention
co-hosts.
no fly. Oh, there's your bangle bracelet.
Yeah, there's my ride or die. Okay? My thing is that don't mention me.
What if I say
And I
something
won't
nice?
well, I don't have an issue on that aspect. But don't start crap. Don't start crap. And I'm saying people and these other motherfuckers, don't start crap. Okay? Don't start crap. And you know, because I already made a prediction in 2023 who was going to pass, and I already told somebody. One has already passed, anyways. And then people think I'm joking. My thing is, don't fuck with me. Just leave us the fuck alone. If I
Yep.
want to donate to whoever the motherfucker I want, then that's my business, my money. It's none of these mofos' money. It's not their freaking problem. They have no life. I'm enjoying my life. I'm learning and seeing that I'm doing more of my black magic and my black spells that I have been doing for decades. See? My fur babies. 8, 9, 5, 6.
Well,
Okay?
hey, Sly, I'm about to end whatever. I'm going to put you down there with D.
Yeah,
Do you
I'm
mind?
just saying, just as long as they just keep out because I'm not friends with that buzzard. I've not been friends with that buzzer. I haven't been in that buzzer's chat, especially what she did with Siwa. You go, I go, you go, I go, you go, I go. I haven't forgotten that. Okay.
She has said that to me a few days ago.
Yeah. Well, she does. That's what she does. Her intent is to
Right
self.
now, losing her shit,
Her
but
intent.
I don't want to. It's okay.
Well, her intent is for somebody to off themselves. But the one that's going to do it herself is herself. Okay. And as far as I'm concerned, it's good riddance. I ain't gonna sit around and wait for her to do it. I'll eventually hear about it. I've already made that prediction already years ago, okay? So yeah. So she needs to watch it. Because
Hey,
I was
Clint.
given
Hey,
all her
Clint.
information a
Thanks.
long time ago. Huh?
Clint took your side, by the way, when you and I fell out. Clint took your side. So
Okay,
thanks.
good. You're
But I know
welcome.
you're gonna hate me. I know you're gonna hate me forever,
Well,
but is it okay if I text you every now and then?
well, when you popped up, you were blocked. I don't know how you. It might be because I'm on a different. I have a different phone,
Right.
so that's probably why. But I have you blocked originally. So when you popped, yeah. My thing is that don't expect me to return because you and I are not friends, and that's another shit. People need to understand. I only came up here because I heard something, and someone else had mentioned something, but I was keeping my mouth shut. But when I hear it more than once, that's an issue. I
Yep.
shouldn't hear it at
Nothing bad's
all,
being said on my
even
end. So,
even from memberships. I should not hear it that is being done behind the paywall. You shouldn't talk about me.
right.
Remember, that I'll be right there, that I had gone ahead and had made a
Yeah.
prediction. Okay, so people, okay, have a
Okay.
good one. I'll talk to you later.
Thank you, Sly. Thanks
Yeah.
for coming up. And that's that. She loves D to death. So you say anything about D, she gonna be pissed. D, how are you? Everything medically all right? How are you doing about not smoking? Amzy's stupid. Amzy is never going to change. Amzy is so miserable in her life. She has always been miserable. Mm-hmm. She's always going to be miserable. Makes her feel better. And for her to talk about what I've done, I think we all know about the closet and the body situation going through it. So don't talk about what my charge was, ma'am. So she probably went live because somebody got in her ear again and she's over there acting a fool. So let her act a fool. It's fine. Good. I'm proud of you. So I'm going to clean. And you guys can watch, or you don't have to watch or anything like that. I like cleaning because I like people that say, hey, I like when you clean. Hey, I like when you, like Aries, she likes when I go to the Dollar Tree. So that's what I like to do. So again, anything about Chloe, please let me know. AMC tried to move in with Clint. Are you kidding me? She tried to move in with Clint. Clint is not responsible enough to take care of a chia pet. So for her to even think that they were going to be together, are you kidding me? I cannot believe I even thought that they were going to be together. And I don't understand it, because when I was incarcerated, she wrote me. When I got out, she wasn't, in a great way. But I'm always going to be Jen, and she's always going to be a Sasquatch. She said that she eats out boxes better than I do. So you do you. And she's always going to be her. I might shave my back, but she has to shave her chest. So I guess I win in life. But 'tis what it is. And the old me, I would have been like, dude, have her drop a link. Oh, God. Because you know what? I know how to stay calm now. So if they yelled at me, I'd be like, okay. Okay. I could do a parody of her. She's like every single religion, every single nationality. She's going to quit saying horrible things, and she's not going to quit saying horrible things. I guess Terry's cool with her again, Terry Tids. And she's like, they call her gangster for a reason. Like, she'll be like, how's Amzi do this? She'll be like, and you know what? I'm going to sit and fuck with you. I'm going to fuck with you. You don't know me. I'm from California. I'm from Cali. You don't know damn thing about me, you mother effing stupid whatever. And that's pretty much what you're going to get. I've been there, done that with her, to the point I had to speak to my therapist about her. So Amzi's another one that I have to admire from afar, and there ain't no admiring. So 'tis what it is. I'm starting to get nauseous, so it's coming on. I threw the vape away 3 days ago. Oh, you're getting nauseous from not smoking cigarettes? I know y'all are hate watching her right now. Don't even act like it. But I want to get my study done today. I took some pictures down and stuff like that, like I said, and only people that know me, that really know me. Yep, medication's working, Deborah. Open heart, open arms. And that's all I have to say. You can only get away with being a shithead for so long. But people in my life that have been in my life forever. So it's not going to change. So again, if you want to deal with a narcissist, why is my happiness not important, but theirs is? Well, you know what, Karma? Actually, here's the thing. My happiness is important, and because they don't have happiness in their life, that's why they say stuff. My happiness is important. They have to be miserable sitting and talking about what a Jen Bailey's doing. When, 2 weeks ago, she was like, oh my God, I got this stain thing. I got it out of AJ's thing. But here's the thing with AMC. I know a lot about her life. I know a lot like inside of life and stuff like that. And it's not that she's a narcissist. AMC is not a narcissist. She crybabies too much. I think because she is not, AMC just needs to go to therapy and she needs to be diagnosed properly. That's what she needs. And maybe a straitjacket or two. And maybe a few animal tranquilizers. She probably need about 500 of them. So that's that. But you know, the weird thing is I was looking at AMC's stuff from way back in the day, like even when we did the IQ test and stuff, when her hair was like real long and stuff like that. If you look at her now, she looks a lot different than what she did. So I don't know. I don't know. The only thing I worry about with her is climbing up on my side of my house and maybe taking Clint out and gobbling up his wiener. Hey, Incheck, how are you doing? I did that parody. I'm not doing that one again. I can do a parody of AMC this week if you want. And like I said, it's all in good fun. A lot of it's really laughable. Like the one thing, if you guys can ask George if he could give it to me, was the live where he covered AMC. And she's like, and she was like, Jen, get your fucking ass up here. And I'm like, okay. It's on mine. From 2 or 3 days ago. But that's the one that was actually fun. I mean, she said everything horribly as I knew she would. But it was like, and then the one, remember how somebody else, it was like, I think it's on the Diary of AMC and Brewers. And she's like, something, I hope you get the Delta, whatever, and whatever. And then she's like, ah! You know, so, I mean, I just, that's what I expect out of her. She ain't never going to change. So I'm sure I have an ex that she could hook up. I don't fucking know. Hold on in check. I'll tell you which one. Keeping me in check. You thought I was reaching out to who? Said person or AMC? When was I reaching out to AMC? We are so fucking blocked. All right, and check. This is the video. Oh God, the Gosling kids are coming. But I got to get into this one chat real quick. So I'm going to wrap this up. Did you want to know, in check? And I thought that you wanted to be her friend. I can't keep up. Are you talking about AMC? I don't want to be her friend anymore. This is absolutely the fucking worst she's treated me, and probably when Clint and I broke up. And I have to save myself and my family. I can't, no. Plus, I don't have enough, no. I had to tell Tizda's husband, I said, if you keep pissing my friend off, I said, somebody's going to smell your wiener and come over and gobble you up. AMC says some god-awful shit about me. Oh, my God. I think what happened is when she wrote the apology thing to George, and she had talked about the stain thing, the old me would have taken her back. We would have talked and we would have been totally fine. But I think what happened was because I put my foot down, she went right back over to said person. And because of what I think is going on with her mentally, which until she gets diagnosed properly, I can't help her anymore. You can go watch it. But you have to let people go. And I really, really cared about AMC, and I don't anymore. I don't know what else to say. So she's not a good friend. And Karma, I'm sorry for what you've had to go through. I mean, you have been accused of being 50 million people. You have always been like, hey, I want to see you cook. I want to see you paint. I don't know why people think that you're all up in my ear telling me horrible shit, but I think you've been awesome. Jen's parody was way too accurate. It was scary. Right? And then I got accused of being manic. And it's like, no, that's how fast you talk, boo. The only thing, if I did AMC, I would have to like order some bangs. Yeah. I really like you in Chuck. I used to not like you. I used to be like, oh God. But you know what? You call me out. To whoever you are behind that account, thank you. What I should have done was when that shit happened with Clint, I should have been done. And if you give AMC information, like I guess, use grass. Oh, yeah. I could paint my whole body and just go. Urgh. When she replayed the parody, she sped it up on purpose to get people talking. She's stupid. And here's the thing about bipolar. And I don't know if Dee's still in here, but here's the thing. If you have bipolar, there's different levels of it and stuff like that. Anybody can get manic from bipolar, even me. The problem is if you don't take your medication and you don't learn coping skills with it, that's when it can turn into what happened with me when Clint and I split. And it's called a psychotic break. That's what it's called. So be educated before you call somebody manic. And again, well, she got mad about it. That's why she played it. She got mad about it. Plus, she covers me all the time. She got mad because it was accurate and she doesn't want to take any criticism. That's why I heard she was like, well, that's not me. And it's like, yes, it is. I always like doing parodies. I have no problems with it. The only two parodies, I didn't like doing Marie's parody because I put on way too much makeup and I wasn't playing for it. The way that I would do Marie's parody, obviously, is I would leave my hair down, do good makeup, and then put some colored contacts in because she got eyes for days. Yeah. That's why I said there's people that are definitely canoodling under those sock accounts in there. And I talked to a few of them and it's like, no, I don't need that shit because if you're judging me and you're backing up somebody, you know, so no, I don't need that. Anybody that's going to judge me, I don't need that in my life. So I think that's what, oh, Clint is weed eating. Who would have thought that Clint would have been weed eating? See, the light is so bad. Look at that. But she's going to play it because she's fascinated. I don't know. Anyway, so again, here's some key things. Just knowing that when you're dealing with a narcissist, they're never going to change because in their mind, they don't think that they have to change. So they're not going to take criticism from anybody. But they sure as hell don't mind getting that Social Security check. In my opinion, just saying. I'll tell you what, Social Security ain't no joke, man. You got to go through a whole ass process about it. Yeah, it's fucking nasty, D. Because it wasn't like this back in the day, D. And what I didn't realize is all the stuff that was happening to me back then, I just like neglected it. And I was like, I don't need to do this because I didn't know that people, cyber stalk, and it's real. It's real. So I'm going to go ahead and the whatever things about a narcissist, y'all put a 1 in the chat if that pertains to you, because that's the reason I love doing Table Talk with D and Sly, because what we did is we kept playing things and playing things and playing things until people got it. And some of you are not getting it. People are dangerous, in my opinion. They can be. Okay. She said that she is. I knew she was. She's not even thinking logically at this point, and that's fine. Dreamsicle, I am so sorry. I am very, very sorry. I said something that I shouldn't have said. I am so sorry. That is not something that comes loosely out of my mouth. I hit Anna. I'm very, very sorry. And if you didn't want to talk to me again, I completely understand that. I have a very deep respect for you and Ann, and I need you to know that, okay? I'm very, very sorry. And I want the best for you. I want the best for Ann, and I don't think that it was okay, the stuff that's happened to you. And I didn't help that with my freaking stupid mouth. And I'm very sorry from the bottom of my heart. I made a comment. I told Ann about it. I made a comment, and it was very ignorant. And it was explained to me that things that were okay back in the day are not okay. So I need you to understand that. I'm very, very sorry. I wanted to wrench you, but I don't know if you want to be wrenched. Unstable people chats can be dangerous to us. They're not helping the situation. No. I don't think Amzi even understands she's not helping it, because ever, if something ever happened, they're going to go look at her. And Amzi said god awful shit. Brenda has yet to eat glass, but I've told Brenda it's probably not. Yes. And this, the account is, it's somebody that doesn't like Siwa, and they're just not letting their whatever off my neck. It's not even just that, the stuff with Marley, and it's somebody that is pretty damn intelligent, because their typing is impeccable. So and I was actually really, really surprised, because I hit up Ann and I hit up George, and and I've just been used to people leaving me my whole freaking life, and I don't want that anymore. So when I love people, I love them very much. I don't have family right now, and I hope that changes. So sometimes I like to talk to y'all. And just so you guys know, it is hard when people deal with mental health issues, because as much as you sit and work a process, one little thing that can trigger you, it can set you back. And I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. Oh yeah, I did. I freaking knew. I edited it out. I went into Clint. It wasn't that I edited out because I didn't want anybody to know. I had fucking 100 people in there. I just know, whoever it is, I don't remember because I uninstalled whatever, but it's an account. It's an account that is affiliated with something with Siwa's name. All right, so we're going to talk about the narcissist thing, and I'm going to head off here because I'm freaking starving, and it's going to take me forever to make a turkey. A narcissistic person often exhibits traits of a narcissistic personality disorder, may act with an inflated sense of self-importance, a need for constant admiration, and a lack of empathy. Kind of like the thing with Chloe enjoying that. Here's a more detailed look at how a narcissistic person may act. Grandiose sense of self-importance, exaggerated achievements. They may exaggerating their accomplishments and talents. Kind of like when you decorate a channel and put everybody on it and knock them down. It's a very good talent to be able to do stuff like that. It's what you do with it. That's horrible. Sense of superiority. They may believe that they are more special or unique than others and may only associate with people they deem worthy. That's where your minions come in. Preoccupation with success. They may be preoccupied with fantasies about unlimited success, power, brilliance, beauty, or perfect love. That's why people wear filters. Animal filters. I am. Lack of empathy. Disregard for others. They may be insensitive to the feelings and needs of others. So you guys know what this is about. I am actually, somebody's covering the Karen Reed thing. So I've been watching that. I've been watching a lot of documents. There are a few missing children over in Cleveland. And this is kind of a really, really sad case. I also want to cover, there was a young lady, and this was over 20 years ago, 25 actually. And I don't know if you guys watch Unsolved Mysteries, but they always give an update over what happened. And please believe you me, if you ever do speak to a family member or if you do cover a case, do it the way that you would want your case to be covered. I know a lot of people liked when I did the Lifetime cases and stuff like that. But this case is about a little girl who was camping with her family, and somebody had come over and cut the tent open and took the little girl, and nobody has any idea. And that's why I said it's the what ifs. So that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to go ahead and pray. Thank you guys for coming in. I appreciate it. I have stuff I need to get done today. If you guys have any kidney recipes or something, please hook me up, because unsalted chicken broth don't taste that good. You're right. Narcissists will never realize that because they don't care. Father God, thank you for our day. Thank you for everything in our day. Please forgive us for sins that we have committed. Thank you for everybody that came in. Help join all of us, because we are the minority, in my opinion. Just protect each other with love, safety, and prayers. And even those that I don't care for too much, please keep them safe from themselves. And please watch over Clint and I, and wherever Chloe is, God, please give me some kind of light to know, or have somebody step forward and let me know how she is. We miss her. We love her. Please, Father God, please give me the strength to run a good channel, a great channel, and please give me the motivation to keep doing better. And thank you for everybody that came in. In Heavenly precious name we pray. Amen. Peace and chicken grease. You all see Miss Liability. It's flowers, guys.
Hey, you saw the ones, the ones?
Hey, Shanna.
Is that too much water?
How much to put a spell? You guys like this? So if you guys see Miss Liability, tell her I'm looking for her. I've been missing Pensacola. I think sometimes flowers, definitely. These are amazing. If you want to buy these, women love flowers. They are $14.99 at Kroger's. You get the little bulbs. You add water to it, and this is what it turns into. every woman likes to get flowers. And I do believe that if I ever got Clint flowers, that he would probably like them. So I want everybody to have a good day. Thank you guys. And if you need anything or anybody that was offended, if you guys want to talk, I really would appreciate that. And I'm very sorry for my actions last night. Peace and chicken grease. Love y'all. Kimmy, I'm going to make a group chat. That was a heart on my butt. See you guys later. Thank you again.